hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mixed master ice. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. Welcome. Let me fix this. There we go. Oh, that got messed up there. All right, how is everyone? We are here on the Friday for the weekly wrap-up. And again, welcome to Beatzilla PDX official show. I am the host, Beatzilla PDX officially. All right, welcome everyone. See who we got in the house. We got TJ, we got Tanya Zion, Judah Queen, Woke One, Silent D Productions in the house, and Ayon Mayat Bay. Welcome and greetings everyone. Hope everyone is having a good Friday so far. Excuse me. And, we have some things to talk about. Karma Cult, welcome. As you see the screen, the thumbnail for today's broadcast, of course, it's the weekly wrap-up, but you can see this woman on the screen is the lady who made the news here locally and now nationally for wearing blackface to school. Now, when they first started to try to announce this story, they were just trying to make it seem like she was just a basic staffer. As the truth has now came out about the entire situation, we find out that there's more to that than meets the eye. So, yes, she's more than a staffer. She's actually a teacher. Let me see if we can get that off the screen here. Let me see it for you. I think I have it. And in the meantime, family, please like and share this broadcast. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know what I'll do? I'll play this first for you. So this is let me see, matter of fact, I don't even have to play because there's nothing on the screen. So let me add that.
It's a pleasure.
Okay. So this is she was on a local radio program, and this is her interview. This is Lauren she'll say her name, but her name is Lauren Pefferle, and actually it's crazy because they keep trying to play games with this woman's name. So one it's Pefferle, one it's Pefferle. So you'll see it spelled two different ways in all of these different articles. I don't know what the reasoning is behind that, but it is something to keep an eye on. You know what I mean? 444, watching me, hello. Oyela Ket, welcome, hey, all the way from Canada. Desmond Works, what's up, my brother? So let me play this. This is her interview discussing why she was doing her blackface, trying to compare herself to Rosa Parks. We talked about this Wednesday on the last broadcast, but to catch you up to speed, out of her own mouth, this is what she had to say.
I'm glad that you made the choice to come on and tell this story because I get frustrated when I hear somebody's been knocked out of their job, perhaps temporarily, because something's happened. But would you mind telling my audience why you decided to protest and what form that protest took?
Yes, so this happened exactly a week ago on Thursday, September 16th. And in the middle of my workday, I was on my way to lunch. A teacher approached me and communicated to me that basically there was a demand that I was not allowed to work with a particular student that I had been working with since the beginning of this school year. Wasn't allowed to work with this student anymore, and that I needed to be 6 feet apart from all students starting right away. And there was no thoughtful plan provided for the students or the staff as to how to go about this transition. It was just demanded on us right away. And these are, special education students. And so they have certain needs and certain goals, and that just adds extra layers to everything. And there was just some chaos there because we all weren't sure how to go about this moving forward. And so I went to lunch, and then I came back, and I was just kind of there and 6 feet apart and didn't really have a whole lot to do for the rest of that day. And so I went home and I thought, I feel segregated. I feel segregated because I am unvaccinated.
Okay, hold on a minute. Now, notice how they immediately start going to, and of course we can hear by the voice, and we saw by the picture, that well, she's not melanated. Say that. So she put, and like I said before the other day, Rosa Parks was very fair skinned. She was very bright skinned. So what complexion would you be darkening, talking about tan skin? What are you kidding? Oh, Lord. And segregation. So here's the white woman's attempt to, remember, we're going back into an election season, black women, so the pitch is coming your way. Take heed. Because it's the separation of agenda. So get you to vote their agenda. So this is, hey, black women, I'm just as oppressed as you. And so what we're going to try to do is relate these mandates. This kind of might be a gift and a curse if we have a lot of them doing that against each other. But with that being said, she's using this as a way to protest having to give distance to one of her students. And mind you, she's a special ed student. So needless to say, the way that they were first trying to present this, especially locally, well, it says Stafford. She's not a teacher. She herself just identified herself as a teacher. So let's move forward.
Something is wrong here. And so the next day I went to work and I did put on some darker color on my skin part that showed. And I was going about my morning duties, and as there was opportunity.
On my skin part. What does that even mean? I put it on my skin part. Yes, the segregation line, and she was really trying to work it. And I guess, right as I go live, something like a hair falls in my eye. She was really trying to work it as if, she's some kind of victim here just because she has to social distance. This isn't even about a mandatory jab. This is just about social distancing. I'm assuming it might have been either she's saying because she's unjabinated, but could it possibly also be that child was sick? So she's not really giving us the full story. That we're hearing kind of a half of a story, which raises my suspicion anyway. And there's been further investigation into this story. Let's see if this has downloaded yet already. So yeah, we they've done the mandate thing here. It's it's kind of a hit and miss, because just like in other places, like you can go to Southern California, and you would think Southern California is all L.A. and it's the Mexicans and the blacks. Man, you get in some of them rural areas, partner. Let me tell you, some of them joints, man, look like you rolling through a town, look like Amityville, man. You know, damn sure in Northern California, man. There was a place we had to stop on the road. It looked like one of them old movie set type. Like we're the teenage groups, and we're finna go out here in the woods for a picnic. We have to stop at the general store. So it's like the general store. We went to the bathroom because it's also a gas station. This is how you know you're in one of them real odd places. It's like an old style bathroom. So it's like a full house bathroom in this place, right? There's a mannequin laying in the tub, fully dressed, like in a wedding dress. In the tub with the whole veil and everything. And it's not like white. It's like that old dingy white, like this thing has been sitting here for like 100 years. Well, we was like, let's get the hell up out of here, man. Y'all got that gas yet? You got that pumped up yet? Man, have you went to the bathroom? Yeah, y'all ready? So needless to say, yeah, you can find some of these places out here. So, people think that, oh man, we're in a metropolitan area. Shit, you get away from these areas out here, boy, it turned into rural land USA. So with that being said, Newburgh is kind of one of them places. It is not one of those places that has a lot of us in it. So with that being said, let me play. This is also the same place that I've been playing you. Has been going. They're having such a big issue about the Black Lives Matter flag and the LGBTQ flag. They're just lumping it together like it's one big thing. Pride Bentley in here? I didn't see her. Shit. Pride Bentley here? Oh, hey, Pride Bentley. Hey, Queen, how you doing? Welcome. I got my joints on. So, you can always get in touch with Pride Bentley if you need one of these. Can't get one of these, but you can get one of these or more. And my good sister Keisha Johnson, she got one of the necklaces. I need mine. Oh man. Yeah, Pride Bentley doing her thing, man. Let me let you know. So this is actually her, because you saw the picture. So the picture of this on the screenshot is of this particular interview. And this is, again, she'll say her damn name. I'm having a hell of a time with this woman's name. Her first name is Lauren. We got that much figured out. Lauren P. Lauren P. in the house.
Teacher's aide, suspended by the school district, speaks out tonight about why she wore blackface into the school building.
She calls it a protest. K2 News has obtained video, which we received from a freelance photographer who spoke with Lauren Pefferle, who says she is the teacher in question, the teacher's aide in question. The freelancer did the interview, and we have an excerpt for you. Now, in her own words, this is her explanation for coming to the school in blackface.
Other unvaccinated staff were being told by the Newburgh School District administration leads that we could not work with students unless we were 6 feet apart, starting right away.
Not to be too messed up, but it just came out recently that Paul Wall, even one of them, talking about how he don't bathe all the time. Does this woman represent the most gleaming example of cleanliness to you? Not saying I'm not making any assumptions, but you know, for it to be, this is the evening news, so this was done sometime in the day. You know, I've worked with plenty of white women. Usually, that early in the morning, somebody's hair is wet. That hair looked like that been dry for a few days. You know, but I mean, hey, that is not. That's neither here nor there. Let's continue to hear, because, you know, obviously, this is the same place, one of the same places, again. So it's a CRT issue. It's a Black Lives Matter, what they're calling political niche. And then also, of course, LGBTQ. But you can have them Confederate flags all day long, though. You know, they little sign. Oh, yeah, they do that all day long, right? They can have slave auctions. Remember, this is the same school district that I showed you. We're having slave auctions of the students. Go figure.
Starting Thursday afternoon. And so I was on my way to lunch. I took my lunch and I processed this, and I was thinking that this is segregation. So on Friday...
Mind you, this is a different interview. The interview that I just played for you was her on the radio. So this is her doubling down the next day. Like, you hear lawnmowers going. Do you hear how early in the morning it is? I'm just making a point. I'm just making a point. Hey,
on Friday, September 17th, I showed up to school and I put on some dark makeup on the parts that were showing my skin, including my hands. And I came in hopes to represent Rosa Parks, who I admire for standing up during her time when segregation was taking place. And I felt like I and others who are unvaccinated were starting to experience segregation.
Lauren Pefferle confirmed to us by phone that she is indeed the person who appears in the video. We asked the school district.
Okay, now they cut her off here. There's another video. You know what? I gotta see if I can't find that. There's another video to where she is literally saying that she never heard of blackface before. Let me see if I can find that for you. I might just have to play the audio for you, because it's literally from the same video, so you know what she's looking like. But see, are y'all paying attention to my local news here? Y'all see how they speak? I'm sure they do this in a town near you. But I mean, we're just gonna walk this on down, since it's from my own hometown, and you can see the propaganda in the way that they are trying to talk about it. So when she mentions that she never heard of blackface before, oh, that's when they came in and interjected. Oh, well, wait a minute. Hold on now. Go ahead and bail her out, because we know that's a damn lie. You ain't never heard of. I've never heard of blackface before. Jeez. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Lie just like someone I know. I mean, it's like, really, you're putting on tan skin, and how should? Okay, Rosa Parks is a hero, right? Rosa Parks is a hero, but then to show homage to Rosa Parks, she's gonna paint her skin. How many times have we heard that in the past few years? That, man, they're trying to go like Snoop Dogg. You know that's blackface. You understand what I'm saying? You say her face is dirty? I am my face. Oh, Jesus. Oh, y'all are crazy. Okay.
Administration leads that
Okay.
we could not work with students unless we were 6 feet apart, starting right away, starting Thursday afternoon. And so I was on my way to lunch. I took my lunch and I processed this, and I was thinking that this is
Her idea was,
segregation.
let me be hella racist.
So on Friday, September 17th, I showed up to school and I put on some dark makeup on the parts that were showing my skin, including my hands. And I came in hopes to represent Rosa Parks, who I admire for standing up during her time when segregation was taking place. And I felt like I and others who are unvaccinated were starting to experience segregation.
That whole line right there just kills me. We're starting to experience segregation. How? You're still white. I mean, you still have the benefit of whiteness, right? What are we complaining about? Good grief. The crying white woman, boy, I tell you. Those tears are real, ain't they? And they was trying to call her a teacher aide. A teacher's aide explains she's not a teacher's aide. She's a teacher. And they doing everything in her power. She's a staffer. What is a staffer? In any event, this person is allowed to be around children. So what do we like? They're already playing semantics with this. You understand what I'm saying? Oh well, you know, these people, you gotta watch them. Let's see, is it here? You gotta keep an eye on these people. Almost as much as you do these black Democrats. But I think these black Democrats, you are able to see what they are for what they are at this moment. We'll get there. To the whole debacle and absolute travesty that has been, okay, I think this is the one I want. This is the one I want. Let's see, so we'll go into it. Yeah. And then, of course, I get an ad. See how that works? Okay. Back here. So, of course, a commercial. Let me play this. Who is that? Oh, okay. Weeping white women. You know what? Look, Tim Samore. Oh, do y'all see Tim Samore's hashtag? The Weeping White Women hashtag. Do you know that Google holds that one back?
In blackface. Other unvaccinated staff were being told by the Newburgh
This is the longer interview of her
leads
actually
that
talking.
we could not work with students unless we were 6 feet apart, starting right away, starting Thursday afternoon. And so I was on my way to lunch. I took my lunch and I processed this, and I was thinking that this is segregation. So on Friday, September 17th, I showed up to school and I put on some dark makeup on the parts that were showing my skin, including my hands. And I came in hopes to represent Rosa Parks, who I admire for standing up during her time when segregation was taking place. And I felt like I and others who are unvaccinated were starting to experience segregation.
Lauren Pefferle confirmed to us by phone that she is indeed the person who appears in the video. We asked the school district for confirmation of
where she's talking about how she doesn't.
confirmed to us that.
Okay. I was trying to find the one. They must have took that one down. Well, these people here. Well, I can tell you there was an interview as she's continuing to ramble to where she literally says that it wasn't until this incident that I ever heard of blackface. I never heard of anything called blackface before. Now, mind you, these are the people who are staunchly against teaching America's racist history, whichever way they want to categorize it. I wouldn't get caught up in the whole letter and acronym thing. Let's just teach history. Your history is wicked as hell. You've been truce breakers and you've shed much blood. We don't really need to call it anything. It is what it is. Don't need no letter. And one thing it ain't is a theory. One thing it is not is a theory. No. We don't have to theorize the devil. No, we know who the great Satan is. That is obvious. Hell, you have people out here in New York right now, they walking in boldly in that UN to tell America, kiss my ass. So, I mean, y'all got to have this same attitude with these damn politicians, too. Because America's been the superpower. How long have we came to where, and truth be told, like, Hugo Chavez was one of the first people I seen. That was back, 2012. And this is when everybody still had their head up Barack Obama's ass. He came up there and was like, it still smells like sulfur up here. That dude called him the damn devil. And hey, we see how that worked out for black folks in America under Barack Obama. You know, we got qualified immunity. What a damn win. I bet she got to eat where she wanted exactly. She got it. Man, come on. And the way she's talking, and as an educator, what educator didn't have to look at American history? I mean, but just think of the stuff that these are the lies that people tell, and it's like nothing. I mean, lie like rain. Yeah, lie like rain. So let me show you something else that's going on in this town of mine, in this week's situations of confusion. Let me get to this other story. Let me see, because there's other people that had something to say too. Because all of this other controversy is playing in it's all culminating into just this big ordeal. And it absolutely started with them hating on the idea of Black Lives Matter. So really, let's boil this down and get it down to the simplest form. They were pushing anti-blackness.
Pefferle confirmed to us by phone that she is indeed the person who appears in the video. We asked the school district for confirmation of Lauren Pefferle's name and employment, and it declined. We reached out to a number of teachers from Mabel Rush Elementary, where the incident happened. One teacher confirmed to us that Pefferle is the teacher in the center of the controversy.
Steve and Deb, 50 people were slated to speak tonight in this virtual meeting. Most people talked about the ban on political flags and banners recently passed by the board, widely seen as a rule targeting Pride and Black Lives Matter displays. But the shadow of what else has happened loomed over the meeting as well.
Controversy has gripped the Newburgh School District for weeks now. First, a battle over Pride and Black Lives Matter flags and banners. In response, a divided school board voted to ban all political displays, with the exception of the American and Oregon flags. Then, racist incidents occurred. One student was part of a Snapchat group titled Slave Trade. Then a staff member showed up in blackface. It all loomed large over a school board meeting centered on public comment.
staff.
Most people had the flag issue on their minds.
A board telling me what I can and cannot put on my walls is limiting the ways I connect with students and tell them what, and telling them that I see them.
I also want to say that I'm really tired of hearing 4 of our school board members disparaged as racist, homophobic, hateful, uncaring. I have simply had it.
This board.
You know, that part always kills me. After being in all of your children showing the teachings of overt anti-black racism, I mean, because these are their children we are referring to, right? So, I mean, these are their kids, but now you're tired of hearing those people who have taught those racist little bastards. Man, it's so hurtful calling them racist. Well, because they are. Yeah, that's right. See, that's the problem. You are actually being seen for the content of your character. Nobody give a damn about the color of your skin. No, you're just a bad person. See? No color attached. What is inside you is just twisted. Let's hear that woman again, too. Because let's remember, now this woman has a lot of influence over what's going to happen with children's curriculums and such. This woman is long out the game of having children, probably long out the game of anybody looking twice at her in the first place. But let's keep going.
Issue on their minds.
A board telling me what I can and cannot put on my walls is limiting the ways I connect with students and tell them what, and telling them that I see them.
You know, she probably only no.
Also want to say that I'm really tired of hearing 4 of our school board members disparaged as racist, homophobic, hateful.
Let's go back. So Peggy right here, you know, Peggy might actually be only about 32. Now, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. She's probably at least 40.
Hateful, uncaring. I have simply had it.
This board claims to desire to get back to education while simultaneously demonstrating how incredibly uneducated the board is on racial, sexual, and gender identities and experiences in the United States.
They are not uneducated. See, this is another thing that people keep doing. 39 tips more. Jesus. Ooh, that shelf life a beast, ain't it? You know, just thinking, you know, they always try to go with this like we have to educate somebody about racism in 2021. If you're talking that shit, you're a racist too. So just understand what the subtleties of that. See, again, we're talking about the same argument. It's just a different side, but to get to the same objective. That just lets you know that this little demon right here has to be twice as crafty. So listen to the wordplay. So he's already, because listen, all of this happening right here is anti-black. And they keep trying to shoehorn it into the LGBT thing. No, just call them out for their homophobia. Because that they use the Black Lives Matter thing to mask that. Which is funny because Black Lives Matter is basically an LGBTQ organization anyway. So is that an attack on that? If that's the case, then let's not. Maybe this is a good teaching moment to separate the agenda. Maybe this is a good opportunity to do so. I see we have some Black Lives Matter all of a sudden chiming in now. You know, all these Johnny-come-latelys, new black media telling you because of what happened over this last week. You got people, politicians going down there with the cell phones at the border. Now there ain't nothing to see now because they got all of them Negroes out of there. And just like I told y'all, we got Republicans already coming over talking about the infrastructure deal. Oh, we're on board. I bet you they are. Because now you can ensure that your white immigrants will be let into the country and given citizenship. For the little few Haitians that you did let slip through the cracks are not enough to influence the voter base. Because you got enough Afghans coming in here. Matter of fact, my city is getting ready to welcome a whole nother wave of Afghans in here. How the hell does this keep... So there's a repetitive... Like, they just coming and cycling through. Ain't nobody getting tested for nothing. And they just cycling through. Now, remember, we had all this talk about how they left people over there. Well, damn, these planes are still coming. Somebody want to explain any of this? But I figure now that they just see the general American public is so stupid that no one will ask these questions. Well, how am I getting somebody over here now? This is like 2 months ago. Where they come from? Oh, but he just got here yesterday, my friend.
I'm alarmed by the fringe movement to hang flags like Black Lives Matter and the gay pride flags in our schools, which are logos for incorporated political nonprofits.
Now, the board did not take any action tonight. This was simply a listening session. Their next board meeting is on September 28th. They are still vowing to work further on that policy covering political and controversial flags and symbols.
Well, yeah, Steve, Commissioner Hardesty made it.
So y'all see the perfect balance? The perfect balance of white supremacy right there. What y'all saw was a white LGBT male. So if he gets his agenda further, whose community does that work for? White men. You've seen the white women coming to the defense of other people being accused of being racist and being homophobic. How often have you seen that happen for black folks in this society? The baby. We cancel people that do that. But we'll let these people teach our children and determine what happens with our children. But we care more about a celebrity. How much more or how different do you look at a celebrity from these politicians in blackface with white souls that have said they are part of our community for so many years, but have been nothing but treasonous traitors? What about these people? Well, let's hit this conversation right here, family. You know what? It's Friday. It's Friday. I can't waste the day. And I know y'all wouldn't want me to. So without further ado, we are going to do our little break thing.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's hay on it.
And we're back. And we are back. So, what do I want to play first? Good Lord. Yeah, I had to let that run for a minute. You know, it's Friday. So let me play this lady right here. So, as y'all know, what we have been posting as a grassroots movement, from the videos that you're seeing getting put up by the tweets, Instagram, and all these other avenues, podcasts and such, the pressure has been put on the people. But two things have been established because we were the first ones to say something. Yes, we believe that what is happening to the Haitians down there is definitely, it sucks. But we will not be caping for them to come here. Because, unfortunately, we have a bad track record with that situation, and we only need to be focusing on us right now. So we don't need to worry about fixing a problem that we did not create. Us over here is going to continue to worry about us over here. If they want to contribute to that, because we're not standing in front of you like a shield. We're not doing that. I've said on this broadcast before, and many of people have said, we are no longer your mules. I'm no agenda mule. So you ain't finna put that on my back. You know what I'm saying? So let's hear one of our Congressional Black Caucus members now. It's so funny now that I guess the word has went down that y'all better start talking about this. But they had to wait until they started getting large amounts of these people up out of here. Oh, you know what? Before I move on, update on Miss Lauren, blackface. This one says Pefferle. See, I just went to 2 different articles. Her name is literally spelled different in 2 different articles. Well, they found some pictures of this chick, didn't they? It says this 5 hours ago. Newburgh school worker in blackface fired. Well, how about that? Y'all see that? See that headline there? Yep, she's out of here. You about to lose your job. So, oh Lord, and the whole Rosa Parks thing. It's like, no, you really don't even remotely close look like her, but whatever. Good riddance, right, Judah Queen. Well, obviously the segregation tone didn't work. Truth be told, around that area, them and like McMinnville, they've been notorious for doing things like that. It's just when they do it about the Shemitic Edomites, when they refer to them, the Shemitic Edomites, the semi-foundational white man. Hey, you know what? We can completely use that. The Shemitic Edomites. That is fair use. So feel free. That's one you can use. Yes, indeed. Because see, no one can now call us anti-Shemitic or Semitic. It's Shemitic, but yeah. So there we go. So yes, we are all part of the same family of sorts, but still totally different people. And you can see that from the inside out. See, that's the most beautiful thing about the nature of how this whole thing is built. You can see us from the inside out. You can see them from the inside out. It ain't hard to see.
He was such a great envoy, and I am so disappointed that he left. We begged him not to leave, to try to work through all of the difficulties, but we could not convince him. There are some issues, and there are so many things that I feel so disappointed.
They needed to fulfill the deal to get all the Negroes up out of there.
In fact, I'm pissed. That's the word I have been using. Because it's a humanitarian crisis, and we have to deal with it.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at this. These people have been absolutely silent And then all of a sudden they come out. What did I say the other day, family? I said, okay, watch. They just came out all at a coordinated time. It was all after 3 p.m. Pacific time. So, man, what did we watched just the ball rolling. Everybody coming out. You got Kamala Harris talking about this now. Yeah, they've had the discussion, and they've had their marching orders. Even this man who will soon be giving up his seat to his second.
You said on the campaign trail that you were going to restore the moral standing of the U.S., that you were going to immediately end Trump's assault on the dignity of immigrant communities. Given what we saw at the border this week, have you failed in that promise? And this is happening under your watch. Do you take responsibility for the chaos that's unfolding?
Of course I take responsibility. I'm president, but it was horrible what to see, as you saw. To see people treated like they did, horses barely running them over, people being strapped, it's outrageous. I promise you those people will pay. They will be, an investigation underway now, and there will be consequences.
Bruh, please. Anybody believe that they will pay? Who believes they gonna pay? Matter of fact, since this dude has said that, has anyone asked for those officers' names? Have you heard any media outlet requesting the names of those officers? With all the, I'm so mad, and oh man, it's a shame, and the Democrats is letting us down. That's how you know it's game, because ain't nobody asking for no consequences. You notice that? You notice that? Yeah. See, when Black Lives Matter was in the streets, everybody and their mother was screaming for justice to be served and these people to be shot and killed in the street in Portland, Oregon. I live all the way in Minnesota, or I'm living in Florida, but what's going on in Portland is horrible and they should be stopped. You have people from all over the planet commenting on what's going on here in Portland, Oregon, wanting these people to harm these people, because when they first heard that it was a Black Lives Matter protest and what they called a riot, when they first heard it, it was about George Floyd, they assumed that everybody in the street was black. Until when you started getting them cameras on the street and them cell phone videos, and then all of these folks started turning up white who was burning up everything, then all of a sudden things started changing. You had to kind of move into what is Black Lives Matter and Antifa? Black Lives Matter and Antifa. Black Lives Matter and Antifa. Now, if you notice, when we have Antifa and the Proud Boys and the 3 Percenters come meet, we have two opposing groups that will be meeting on this weekend. Soon as you couldn't say the word black, we just got two opposing groups. So, listen to this, dude. Yeah, there was horses and whips. There's going to be no more horses used. How about no more race soldiers used, Joe?
There will be consequences. It's an embarrassment, but it's beyond an embarrassment. It's dangerous. It's wrong. It sends the wrong message around the world. It sends the wrong message at home. It's simply not who we are.
Yeah, no. It's exactly who you are, Joe. Let's hear that again. And I'm going to just let that run and soak in all of this. And I hope for any Biden sexual who is watching, this is your guy. This is your guy. If anybody is here, please tell me why you believe this dude's words to be of any value. Let's hear Joe.
You said on the campaign trail that you were going to restore the moral standing of the U.S., that you were going to immediately end Trump's assault on the dignity of immigrant communities. Given what we saw at the border this week, have you failed in that promise? And this is happening under your watch. Do you take responsibility for the chaos that's unfolding?
Of course I take responsibility. I'm president, but it was horrible what to see, as you saw. To see people treated like they did, horses barely running them over, people being strapped, it's outrageous. I promise you those people will pay. They will be, an investigation underway now, and there will be consequences. Mm-hmm. There will be consequences. It's an embarrassment, but it's beyond an embarrassment. It's dangerous. It's wrong. It sends the wrong message around the world. It sends the wrong message at home. It's simply not who we are.
It's definitely who you are. And here's the one thing about it. We're talking about the police. Remember, I told you, Keisha Lance Bottoms is proposing for a whole new training facility for the police down there in Atlanta. On her way out. Yeah, that's her loyalty to the neighborhood. They put more police in it. You know, and shoot, y'all down there in Georgia, y'all got black police that still like shooting black folk. I mean, like, everybody was set off the plantation at the same time, man. So we got some of them folks that just got the, well, some of them people, truth be told, that some of them plantation, hey son, some of them overseers' children, some of them bastard children that got set free on that plantation. Just think of how many lines of confused children they were able to spawn. And then you look now like where we at. See, it's not done by accident. You got generations of disaster. If you have generations of disaster, you can ensure that you got a monkey wrench in these people's program. You know, and then what to make sure that you can kind of keep control is you let the more feeble-minded speak. And I say feeble-minded by not that they are necessarily lacking common sense intelligence level, like a basic level of intelligence. What I mean is that they cannot comprehend the big picture. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, they got fooled with this whole program that has been sold to black folks. Just vote Democrat, just vote Democrat, just vote Democrat. Look, we got representation there. See, we got Maxine Waters. Like, if y'all remember Good Times up in here, what would they always tell Michael? Michael, he'll be the next Thurgood Marshall. He'll be the next Thurgood Marshall. Supreme Court Justice. We got Clarence Thomas. We still got another black one. Not a good that did us, huh? You can even be president, Michael. Maybe one day. Barack Obama was. Woohoo! Clapping up my hammies. Oh, boy, boy, boy. Let me tell you something here. Let me show you this story. So, like I told you, they're already starting to have conversations about this, and this is how you know it's game. Republicans are now are starting to talk about the infrastructure bill. Because remember, the problem with the infrastructure bill, and that's what she's just talking about, she seems like she's in good spirits. Now she's, oh man, it's horrible, but she's really in good spirits, ain't she? Now, we finna get that change now. I told you by the end of the week, they finna have this wrapped up. And already now, you know, I think I see a lot of more comfort. And you know why? You know why they sitting real comfortable right now? Understanding that they finna get this cross the aisle bipartisan bill done. Because they was like, damn them niggas. Haiti family, you thought you could trust these people? Because like I was telling y'all Wednesday, they supposedly would have had no guarantee that Donald Trump would get voted out, did they? How would they know to head on your way to America? Like, now's the time. And also, let's think, did not Joe Biden also put out that call? You know, come on, basically the whole come one, come all call. I will never forget in that debate, Joe Biden. So, you know, the conversation of reparations is for the descendants of slaves has been quite a big conversation and topic of discussion these days as of late. Joe Biden's immediate response is, well, you know, immigrants Immigrants have built this country, and we owe so much to immigrants. We literally were talking, the question is about reparations for the descendants of slaves. He didn't even mention reparations or the descendants of slaves. He immediately goes into a rant talking about immigrants, to which descendants of slaves are not. Descendants of slaves are broken citizens, citizens who have not been made whole from the initial wrong made to us. So yes, that means you're not made whole. It's okay to say you're not whole. If you were whole, well then what the hell would we need reparations for? I understand, like, some people be getting into this mind state of empowerment. I understand. Perception for some people may be a little hard, but understand this. Anti-blackness is global. I just have to reiterate this for the young man that had such a problem understanding what anti-blackness globally means. It means we all one big Negro. So they will use someone else by proxy for us. I don't know how hard that is to understand, but unfortunately for that kid, hey man, you know, and I understand man, there's a lot more people on them narcotics than we know. I'll just put it to you like that. But I mean, I'm from the 80s and the 90s, so I know when I see what I see. I may not ever say it, but I mean, you ain't gonna hide that narcotic from me, player. No, sir. I know from the beginning to the end of how that looked. You know, unfortunate, but I mean, hell, I ain't the only one. Shoot. If I was the first person to have a drug addict family member, boy, oh boy, oh boy, I need that's news to me. I need to write me a book. Let me show you this picture. Oh, actually, no. Let me go here. Yes. Yes. I want to hit this real quick. I'm just going to, because I'll move on. I have to divert real quick from where we are going. I just got to show you this picture. Do y'all know, in the midst, well, I guess it's still kind of on the topic because this is crazy. In the midst of us always being accused at or looked at as being this, that, or the other, it's almost like we are watching Esma, absolutely. We are watching a war brewing that we are only spectators of. Hopefully black folks understand that they're only spectators of and sit their ass on the sideline. You know, this is one you can feel comfortable sitting out. You dig? You know? So when we were, you know, stopping Asian hate and all of that, and then you had the dude that went and shot up the stop that. Where's that playing? The dude that shot up the salon. Well, it almost looks like, I don't know what to make of this, family. I don't know what to make of this. I mean, because all of a sudden, now in America, we are having Asian male mass shooters. I'm assuming you pronounce this cat's name Yuk Thang. 29, was a disgruntled contractor Police update the number of injured to shot 15. 10 were employees. Man, how about that? Well, we are in a competition for mass shooters now, aren't we? Well, he's a true American. He is a real naturalized American right now. He's official. He is official. He's now can proudly walk out there with his badge of white supremacy now, can't he? Damn. Well, I just wanted to, before I forget, because I know I'll get going on this next little piece and I'll totally forget that story. So I wanted to make sure I showed that for you. Oh, man. We have Asian mass shooters in Kroger. What y'all think, family? Do y'all see the end near? And I mean, that's a whole level of boldness right there. Because usually these immigrants don't really buck like that. Be like, I'm just finna go take out my problems with my co-workers. Because, you know, this is a Kroger's. Say, oh, no, that comment might have to get put on the screen, brother. But I thought they were supposed to be the model minority. That was in my chat. I'm just reading comments, family. That's what they said. That is what they said. The model minority. I guess. I guess it's not working out that way, though. Man. You know, also, let's look at something, too. There's been a few more. Actually, there's been quite a few more of these massage parlor busts that have been going, underreported. So what they're doing now in the media to preserve certain images, they'll officially report the story once and then bury it. That's what we do it right now. I mean, I can see it here in Portland. It's literally happening here in Portland every day. Every day. Where is this at? There we go. Yeah, man, that's for trip. Now, I told y'all. You just can't make this stuff up. I mean, okay, so let me, wait, actually I'm sharing the wrong page. I'd have to share this page for you. Okay, let me go in here. Because in the midst, just tell me how this touches you, family. And I'm just put this headline on the screen. I just want y'all reaction. Am I seeing some get out and fix it? Let me show you here. Let me get this on the screen for you. Are we seeing some fix it here coming from the White House? Are we seeing some we got to fix this quick? So they done rounded up, they scrounged up the resident Haitian, Karine Jean-Pierre. Now, of course, notice that there's no mistake that name is right there prominent in the headline. You understand me? MSC, and so, you know, this, the powers that be hard at work. Well, they working to clean this shit up, ain't they? All right. So, now she is going to be the press secretary? Well, okay, now we got to get out here and talk good. So, you know, we got to make these black folks feel like they done accomplished something now. In the same breath, we still going to throw another Caribbean in their face. Gotcha. Karine Jean-Pierre, Principal Duty Press Secretary for the Biden administration, gave her first press briefing on Wednesday and made history as the first black woman in over 30 years to take her turn at the White House podium. Shout out Simone Sanders. All that tackling. All that cackling. All of it. Her and Roland Martin. Ooh, Lord. Oh, my Lord. Oh, this is priceless. This is priceless. So they done kicked the little white girl to the curb now. She looked like she was about tired anyway. So, I mean, yeah, what is that job like to get out there and lie? So this should be interesting. Will she excel? Because I don't know how people look at this particular job, but pretty much your job as White House press secretary is to lie for about 80% of your job. So, we'll see. I mean, because you all do know, like, most of the stuff that they say is lies, right? I hope I'm not, like, surprising anyone. my loyal followers here, we know. We already know. Good grief. So, another L. Chalk it up for the new black media. Because, again, it's the pressure that's being made here. So they're scrambling. They're scrambling to make this look like something. I believe, what is today? So, yes, the Black Authorities broadcast tomorrow. I've seen the screenshot for it. It should be a very good broadcast because, truth be told, what's happening right now, you're getting all of a sudden the tone is changing towards foundational black Americans. There's now all of a sudden somebody's looking for us to come be strong for someone else. No, that's not our job. That is not our job. And like I said, it sucks, but we got over 10,000 people out of this country within a week without a border wall. Any black person right now talking about that wall crap, we were going to build a wall. Well, that was stupid anyway. But now you see that, well, damn, you guys, your border patrol works just fine. I guess the only difference is they got to be in black skin. Because, I mean, how efficient was... And you notice how nobody's really patting them on the back for doing such a successful job of keeping out so many illegals? Well, you can't. Because you turn around and reverted back to your first nature, or second nature, and became a angry power freak. So the first taste of power, you chose to abuse it. Power abusers. That's why they want to be police. It's natural. See, again, we're judging content of character, not by the color of skin. Because, to be a sociopath or a psychopath in a uniform doesn't mean that it's reflective of your pigment. No. It's a reflection just simply of you. And you clearly feel comfortable with who you look at in the mirror every day. So let us see you for also who you are. The devil. Hold on. Here's another thing too. Let me show you this picture. Cause it dawned on me, not that these people really have that smoke for these people, cause we know they don't. These people were coming here, they weren't finna bust a grape at these people. However, they do have a history of it, you know. So we can't miss that part, because the one thing they do have is a history of revolution. You dig? They definitely got that. See, let me show you this picture. Because we'll go from one. Okay, I gotta reshare it anyway. Yeah. So, this type of situation, this type of being in this type of place is okay for people. You understand what I'm saying? When they see this, it doesn't bother them because it's dark skin. That is a natural inherent knack for an inherent sign of just simple anti-blackness. So because they got black skin, they couldn't get in. They did not have the complexion for the protection. Meanwhile, we are making way for the Taliban to come to town. How about that, Portland? And not one of these people, Ted Wheeler, our mayor, who came out for the sanctuary cities. Have y'all even heard the word sanctuary, the words sanctuary city this week? Or last week? Sanctuary cities. Anybody remember that? Boy, that thing was just a distant memory now, ain't it? Well, for some. Because clearly, Portland's still a sanctuary city because we got a whole bunch of Afghan people about to settle here next week. Actually, some of them are already here. We got a whole other wave of people coming to Portland, the urban epicenter of the state, not the rural place where there would be open land for somebody to come resettle. Oh no, they're integrating them right in the community. So that way, if once their false flags start popping off, you kind of got plausible deniability. We didn't know. I mean, sure, we can't really bet everybody now. I mean, then you're gonna have your black folks up there. Yeah, Donald Trump. It's all Donald Trump's fault. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, we wouldn't be in this situation. I mean, come on. Oh, boy. I don't know how Democrats are going to clean this up at all. But, I know their followers will definitely try. That is for certain. But see, they were cool with, they weren't even cool with these people being in this state because they fully are aware that these people can go from that state to what you see in the middle. You understand me? Yeah, take a good look at that picture. Look at that one in the middle, boy. Right there. Now, that's them on the right having their way, right? They having their way. Let me show you. Let me just make that large. Yeah, see, and they coming across that water destitute. It's like, oh, yeah. But what happens if something happens and, the spirit of Ogun hits these people? Well, then that's when you get the picture on the top in the middle. As depicted of the Haitian Revolution in 1804. And, of course, let's just take a look to the left to always remind us that we are dealing with the religion of white supremacy, and that bird has two wings, and it's the right and the left, that blue and that red. But they're all after the same thing. And our benefit ain't in that. So we need to get back on to thinking about us, family. sad that a lot of people don't seem to grasp that concept. So they are willing. Oh man, did y'all see? See, they're trying to hijack a situation now. So right now it's like, well, man, we know that we need to speak on this. We haven't really been able to figure out how to make this work. So let's go ahead and wait and see what lead we can follow. But, it didn't really work out for them because the only lead that was going on was us. And we're saying, hey, where are all of you? Where are all of y'all at? These people here, man, they kill me. There's so much just random nonsense that comes from our so-called leaders. By now, we just need to be blatantly calling out such treasonous behavior. Let's hear old Aunt Maxine.
And would not allow those seeking refuge to be able to petition to get into the country. What the hell are we doing here? What we witnessed takes us back hundreds of years. What we witnessed was worse than what we witnessed in slavery. And would not allow those...
Did you catch that? Did you catch what she just said? What we witnessed at the border was worse than what we witnessed in slavery? A bad day or two at the border is worse than 300 years of slavery? And another buck of Jim Crow plus anti-black racism on crack? And this is our elder, supposedly. But, like Jason Black says, you gotta watch these old Negroes. No, it's not worse than slavery. Absolutely not, Tanya Zion. I mean, good grief. And see, here's a leader. Why would a leader be so irresponsible to say something like that? Well, they're being on code. So that lets you know how disingenuous this is. And it's all about furthering that Democratic agenda because we have already identified, they are aware, we are focused on 2022 and 2024, but by way of tangibles. So we're not really looking for a bunch of like what they keep doing, symbolic gestures. No, we're looking for actual tangibles. And there's more and more grassroots entities coming up with good plans and good ideas to implement. Because, we're talking about infrastructure bill. What about the infrastructure in our community? Because we, unlike anyone else, helped build this infrastructure in its initial stages. So everything that you made off of that, we definitely need our parts. Yeah, we need our cut.
And would not allow those seeking refuge to be able to petition to get into the country. What the hell are we doing here? What we witnessed takes us back hundreds of years. What we witnessed was worse than what we witnessed in...
It takes us back 100 years? You got people getting lynched in trees. Less than a year ago. And we're doing this. This is literally what we're doing. This is so absolute wretchedly treasonous. And they have no shame in selling us out. With elders like that, how can you ever expect your generations to succeed after you? You giving him a death sentence. And, oh man, the gross miscomparisons. Okay, so we heard the gross comparison or miscomparison from the blackface teacher, right? Subsequently, around the same time, we're getting it from Maxine Waters. And I'm hearing the same line coming out of now. So just peep it. Why are we hearing the same line out of this nutty woman who didn't have better common sense than not to wear blackface? And why is she sounding like Maxine Waters? I'm hearing the same talking points. This gross misrepresentation of slavery. And this being done by one of our elders is just outrageous, and it's unacceptable. That's the type of stuff that absolutely has to be called out. We've traditionally not done that in our community before, because out of respect for our elders, we definitely allow stuff like that to go. Sidebar, I don't know what's going on with Kelly Price, but it looks like Kelly Price is missing. Unfortunately, singer Kelly Price is missing. Now, for all intents and purposes, I have not got an updated Shawana Stevens. Hey, she sounds like Ben Carson, absolutely. I haven't got an updated, I don't see an update on this, so as far as I know, this sister is still missing. So Kelly Price, our good sister, is missing right now. Unfortunately, welcome black. All right, so check this out, y'all. Majorca says, Haitian migrants, can you see this? So let me put this on the screen. Yeah, bro, she's missing. She is missing. Someone said she might have escaped the ventilator. I have to be careful on how I address that. Oh, really? She's been off of Instagram that long? And from the vid? Oh, see, yeah, she might be pulling a Randy Quaid. She could be dipping, and she might ran before they came in there with that needle for her. It was like, yeah, we're gonna give you this to make you go to sleep, and then we'll just go ahead and blame it on this and play. She was a friend of mine till Sunday morning, and then we're gonna play your gospel music and get them record sales up. So you might want to take a look at who owns her masters right now. That's like part of R. Kelly's whole situation. Like, yeah, follow the money. Yeah, if R. Kelly go free, boy, oh boy, some people gonna be out of some major paper. Major paper, because he has a cold claim on some bread. So, they're trying to definitely make sure that he can't get back to that situation. He dies before he can get out, or he'll die in prison fighting to get it. But shit, by that time, that dude money gonna be gone. I can't support anybody stealing anybody's art, especially non-talented hacks and individuals who don't ever pick up an instrument, ain't sung a verse, ain't wrote a song, and you just making buku money hand over fist while people's families ain't getting their money. I mean, because R. Kelly could die tomorrow, but he still has children. He'll have grandchildren. Why shouldn't that money go to their family? We get so in our emotions that we always forget that other people make money off of these people because they are a business. They are an entity, so it's not. We just have to learn how to not be so hasteful in judgment. We do see what was going on, so I ain't saying don't judge that. But as you look at the situation Examine every piece of it. That way you can get all your facts before you get to your emotion. So this here, none of these people were tested. None of these people were tested. Now they done brought them here and then sent them back. Check that out. Prevent yourself from going to these institutions. Absolutely. Shout out to all the healthy, and shout out to all of the people who have survived this little sickness, this go around that they got out. There's also some more new stuff that they're talking about. The West Nile is making a return. It's about to be some pandemonium. Pandemonium on the way. But what does that dollar say? Order by chaos. Order by chaos, and also a spell that tells you how much in debt you should be okay with. This note, what's that? I got that on my page, because now everybody carry cars now, so it's like, well, shoot, how much money do we actually carry now? This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. Now I said you got a spell. Here's a buck. On one, you have this slave master. This slave master. Of course, on the back, you got the pyramid. Now, and then of course you got that eagle. Now, around that pyramid, it's telling you that they are operating under the order and the gumption of order by chaos. This is how they mean to control the masses. Now, if they have it here, you think those same people will not try to get something? Man, it won't fit in my pocket. It won't fit in my wallet right here, man. You just walk up and just say, hey, here you go, pay like that. See, I'm not medical information. I just, see, if you hold $1 on your hand, you can actually give it to the, and you're not exchanging germs, see. That's a contract in my hand. You are absolutely right. Not just a contract. Remember, we deal with spiritual warfare. So it is also a spell. Two of them. Front and back. Front, let you know you in debt. On the back, let you know you are being whipped into order by their chaos. If you don't know whose chaos by now, you ain't been paying attention. Because it is very, very clear, and we are in it, family. It has been in our face. Yeah, babe, but I just hope y'all understand and just what she's saying. That is literally a contract, just like your marriage certificate and everything like that. It's all contracts. Yes, indeed. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So for those of y'all who saw my Instagram page, y'all probably have, because I wasn't online much yesterday, for good reason. The one day out of the week that my wife has to leave the home office to go into the office, right around the corner. Car darts through a light, pow, hits her, totals her car. She's fine. She's a little stiff. We need to get her, go get looked at. But other than that, we've been able to work some things out. So, this may turn out to be a blessing in disguise. We'll see. But she's good. The other person who ran the light, who who quite possibly might not have entered into this country under the correct circumstances. What they say, most accidents happen less than a mile away from home. I walked to where she was, like 5 minutes less than that, like around the corner. Oh, good Lord! So yeah, she's cool. She's she's a little stiff, but yeah, he hit her pretty good. He hit her real good. But like I said, God is good. God is good. So, it was a very interesting day. Then, of course, had to deal with, the administrative side of things. And that was also good. Because, in things like this, especially in this new black media space, you're going to see some faces come and go. You're going to see, this is a movement that is code-driven. It is not figurehead-driven. Although we have figureheads and faces that most people know, but at the end of the day, it's bigger than that. It is much more than that. Thank you, everyone. Yes, thank you. She's glad to be okay as well. Shoot, I've been through a couple, so yeah. Oh, Yellow Cat, absolutely. Them people do sign their names in blood. You already know. And like I said, I know exactly who I've said no to. It comes with great consequence. But hey, man, I'd rather own my soul to the end of my days. Sugar Jones, thank you. Actually, I wasn't in the car. This was just her having to make a run and bow. But she good. Went down there and checked out everybody on the scene. I found out the police really don't do much these days. Back and forth they used to be like, oh, okay, you seem to have this under control. Anything else I can do for you? Yeah, well, here's my card. Dipped. He didn't even talk to the other dude. So, yeah, unfortunate situation. No hard feelings. And like I said, things have a way of working themselves out. So yeah, she is definitely okay. But still need to go, get that checked out, because you know how that goes. Because for me, I remember I was in a car accident young, and I thought I was cool. You know what I mean? I thought I was cool. About a week and a half later, I'm sitting up and we're not even literally playing basketball. We are just on the court, kind of just shooting around. So somebody makes a shot, ball bounces off the rim. Man, my arms went up like this. Oh my Lord! Oh my Lord! Oh my goodness! You know when you young, you be seeing people with back trouble, be like, man, your back can't possibly hurt that bad, man. You ain't in that much pain. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, well, breaking news. All right. Well, okay, we could definitely celebrate that little tidbit of good news. So it looks like maybe she might have went down, left her room for a sandwich or something. You know what I'm saying? Got out of there. Maybe she just needed to change the pace and came on back. But she's still in the hospital. The truth be told, let's not get it twisted. That does happen. People get stir crazy and just be like, I gotta get out of here. I'll go home for a minute. I'll come back. I mean, this is a star we're talking about, so please. That would surprise me none at all. You know what I mean? So good to hear, good to hear, good to hear. Thank you, Silent D, for the breaking news alert. Kelly Price has been found safe. She's still in the hospital recovering. That COVID must have really been whipping her ass, man. Damn. And this is her attorney that's talking. Yeah, see, that's... Yeah, so it's just like you said, keep in mind that it is her attorney talking. So just as I was talking about I don't know who controls her music, but you know, we've seen these things before, and you know, hopefully everything is on the up and up. Everything is right. I mean, but man, if history has shown us some things about how some of these people have these entities around them, like for instance, does anybody really know who was the people behind Whitney Houston's camp? Like, who were these people? It's like these mystery individuals that had so much control over Whitney Houston's, like, everything, and the daughter. Who were these people? Oh, and something I was mentioning to my wife, and I meant to tell y'all the other day. See, something I also knew that these people were going to do. Oh, well, see, I got the new name for them. We could call them the Shemitic Edomites. See? Nobody's being anti-Semitic. You are literally getting identified. Just like we say Hebrew Israelites, they're Shemitic Edomites. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that identification. Oh, man. Yeah, you know, we will never see their faces. Because, I mean, man, I've heard so much about things in just around the entertainment world. I have never heard of who those people are. I have never heard a name uttered. You dig? But they were able to keep Bobby away. How's that? You able to keep a father away from his child? That's some interesting power. It's like, yeah, who the hell was these people? But Clive Davis right there, though. Sometimes you got to know who you say no to. You know. Oh, Lord. I mean, hey, in my time of coming up, you know, in I guess my class, per se, around music and film, I guess, for that matter, is when I was hearing about this white kid that sounded like Michael Jackson from Florida. And I was told by a dude who was working with him. So he wanted me to go work with him. We were, you know, weren't too different in age. Because this is like 90. Man, this is like 95, 96. Somewhere around 95, 96. So I heard about this kid who was going to be, he was signed by Disney to, you know, basically, he was signed to a like artist development deal as a kid. So they had him under contract early. A lot of people don't even know that today. They just know him from, you know, Mickey Mouse Club and being Justin Timberlake today. But back then, yeah, I heard the whole deal. I said you got to know who you saying no to. Sometimes saying no is better. Because here's one thing you don't understand. Yes, you can have all the glitz and glamour and money that you want, But if them people control your life enough to say, you say this, do that, or don't do this, or don't help that, and they could take it all away from you in a heartbeat. Not only just take it away from you, though, they could just ruin your life. They'll ruin your name, ruin your reputation, your everything in the dirt. You in the doghouse, ain't none of your friends talking to you. Your family done turned their backs on you, and all you did was say no. But they have the power and control to do that to you. Let enemy of the state reflect. So I want y'all to just keep that in mind when you start hearing these stories. So that's what I'm saying with this Kelly Price deal. Let's watch this. I want to see her speak. You understand what I'm saying? I want to see her speak. Because, you know, I make no mistake. Mama's gone. So there's her kids to get that money. You know how devious these people like to work. We thought that about Bobby Chris now, didn't we? Where's that money? Like Bobby Chris has siblings. Her estate should be getting divvied up just like Princess amongst her siblings, correct? Even Bobby's new children. Yeah, I wonder if they're getting paid. I wonder if they're getting paid what they're supposed to be getting paid. But this is the nature of the beast we are talking about. So I hope that some of y'all understand. If y'all want to get into that type of movement, which at this time I would strongly advise against, but if you wanted to get over there and their opportunity presents itself, man, I'm just saying, if you do it, know what your limits are. Know what your limits are. And I mean know. If someone can talk you off your limits, then you don't know. You understand? And if you don't know, then you need to stay out of certain rooms. I'm just telling you what I know, folks. Stay out of certain rooms, stay out of certain conversations. If these people, but hey, you know, you're influential and you probably could go somewhere. Just be careful. Just be careful. Because there's people out here that they watch and they understand you people, just like everyone else who is doing these broadcasts, speaking this truth, you also possess a certain power about yourself. And what's so crazy is they know most of y'all don't look at yourselves like that. That's another thing I want to start rearranging around here, is to start getting yourselves to look at yourself like somebody come walking up to you that is out of order. You could just look at them like, and the message sent. You dig? Man, it's like they trying to mess with my stream today. Hopefully I'm still live. Am I still there? Good grief. All right. So, that's pretty much been what I wanted to touch on. Was this debacle? These treasonous old individuals who call themselves black leaders, who have led us down a path of absolute loss and disaster, while not giving us the tools and fuels to better our situation, which comes from information. It starts at information. So, I mean, for myself, I try to give as much as I can, and I see how so many other people are coming out in this space. There are so many videos right now that I can't even watch all of them. You know what I mean? Which is a good thing. That means that there's more people that want to speak in this space. And I know anytime you get something, when people start to be like, oh, well, you look like you're catching a little bit of fire, that'll bring the like hangers-ons and like, oh, this is a fad or this is the new thing. You will get those. You'll get those individuals. you know, you just take that with a grain of salt. But at the same time, you just keep spitting that real, keep speaking that truth, staying in your lane. You know what I mean? Because, hell, can't nobody do it better than you. And you know what we do over here? We sprinkle in the world with the salt of the soul over here. You know what I'm saying? The spiritual salt bay. Oh, Lord. So, man, that's a good thing to hear before we wrap up. Good thing to know that this sister is somebody at least is laying eyes on her. Like I said, let's keep watching this situation. Hopefully, you know, it turns out for the good. She comes out of it healthy. I didn't realize she was so sick. And that, I know she's like a diabetic or something, so I don't know, maybe that had something to play in the severity of her catching the virus. So, wish her luck, wish her speedy recovery, and make sure that she can speak for herself versus a lawyer, because I'm always leery when I'm hearing attorneys speaking. You know what I mean? When attorneys are speaking, not the actual person. What was that? The last one was DMX. Yeah, I just get a little nervous when I see that. But we will be optimistic, and hopefully we'll see something like, you know, do an Instagram video or something, you know, a clip. Hey, I'm in the bed. I mean, it wouldn't be like she would be the first to actually have posted pictures on Instagram being in a hospital bed. So, you know, we would love to know that she is okay. You know, shout out to the sister Kelly Price. You know, with that being said, Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. Let it fall and let us rise. Yes, indeed. And, you know, y'all have a great, prosperous weekend. You know, we're going to do this one more time before we close out, because, you know, I did one break. And before I do my little wrap up, we will go ahead and hit this one more time. And then we get ready to get on out of here.
Living off borrowed time, the clock tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords, and they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
That is hot, ain't it? That rolls, boy. Oh, yes, indeed. Shout out to Chris Scholar. So, let me see. I think we got everything I needed to tell y'all. We told you that that woman is fired. So the black-faced lady is gone. She's out of work. She'd have lost her job. All them migrants. There is not one migrant. Man, are y'all hearing me? The migrants is gone. They got them folks up out of there. There's nobody left up under the bridge right now. Didn't so. Hey. Oh, my Lord. I mean, man, they made no waste of time getting these people up out of here. They had an answer. So how did we have such a long border crisis? Jeez. Just makes you think. Anyway. You know, black first, everyone. And with that being said, you can follow me on Instagram at BeatZillaPDX. You can follow me on Twitter, BeatZillaPDX. You can follow me on Facebook, BeatZillaPDX, Patreon, BeatZillaPDX Official, and on Melanated People. I hope we're back up now. You could follow me on at Michael BeatZilla Whitmore. And if you need to email me, you can do so at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That's ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And of course, if you feel so inclined to put some money up in the bucket, you can do so right here by way of donation at Cash App $Beatzilla PDX. That is Cash App $Beatzilla PDX. And you know, we have wrapped up our weekly wrap up. You know, and I remember I've been telling y'all about this really weird weather that we're having out here. Queen Adia also, because, you know, we're both West Coast. Man, this weather been changing like crazy. So we went from rainy 40-degree mornings to it's almost like 90 degrees right now. It's warm in here, y'all. So, but I gotta keep it quiet here, so I had to turn all the fans off. Turn the fan on. I'm like literally right under one that is about to cut right back on as soon as I go off. So with that being said, I hope y'all have a blessed and prosperous week and safe. Stay safe, stay vigilant. For all of my Second Amendment folks in the chat, you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. You know? Yes, indeed. You know what? I'm going to give you one more.
Living off borrowed time, the clock tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords, and they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Oh, good Lord. And with that being said, y'all, shalom, y'all. Y'all have a blessed weekend.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No, the stone of truth. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man. And you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.